Now let's take up the first question. It says a little boy is flying a kite. The string of the kite makes an angle of 30 degrees with the ground. If the height of the kite is h is equal to 24 meter, find the length of the string that the boy is used. Usually, all of us would have done this in our childhood. When you fly a kite, the string goes like this and you're standing on the ground. Okay, so this is the kite. All right. This is the height of the kite. This length is the height of the kite. Here it is given 24 meters. Okay. And it says the string of the kite makes angle 30 degree with the horizontal. This line is horizontal always. Okay. Now this angle is 30 degree. This is the height and this is the string, right? This diagonal length is the string. How do you find the length of string? Now there are two ways to do it. One is you can directly use the ratio of 30, 60, 90, or you can take it like this. Let's say we have to use this side h, that is vertical, and we have to find the length of hypotenuse. Okay. The string is the hypotenuse in a right angle triangle, right? So what do? We have to use the opposite side and hypotenuse. If you remember, there is a relation sine theta is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse, right? In this case, the angle theta is 30 degree. So it is sine 30 degree is equal to opposite side is h divided by hypotenuse is string. All right. Sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. H is given 24 meters divided by string. So we can find the length of string from here, right? The length of string from here will be equal to 2 into 24 and that is equal to 48 meters, right? So this is the answer of this question. So this was one direct question and it was application of sine theta. Okay. Now let's take up the next question. Now this question says a pole of a height h equal to 50 feet has a shadow of length L equal to 28.87 feet. At a particular instant of time, find the angle of elevation in degrees of the sun at this point in time. Now this is one very important concept. Let me name this as shadow concept. Say for example, the sun is shining here. Okay. This is the ground and if you erect anything, let's say this is the object, what will happen? How will the shadow be formed? Look at this carefully. The sun ray starts from the sun, goes to the top of the object and touches the ground, right? If this is the object, then this length, the length that I am grading, is the length of the shadow. All right. Always remember that the ratio of object is to shadow length is always constant. At any particular instant, it is always equal to constant. And let's say if this angle is theta, then clearly as you can make out, object upon shadow, object will be the side opposite to theta and shadow will be adjacent side. So this constant value will always be equal to tan theta, right? And this angle theta is called angle of elevation of sun at that particular time. Okay, angle of elevation of sun at that time. Right? Now, what does it mean? There is a simple relation between the object length, shadow length and the theta value in terms of tan theta. So if I know the object length, if I know the shadow length, I can find the angle. Like in this question, what does it say? It says there is a pole of height 50 feet. It has a shadow of length 28.87 feet. All right. Let's take it smaller one. All right. This must be the line that has a ray of sunlight. All right. And this angle must be the angle of elevation of sun. Okay. So you have to just remember this is the object. This is the shadow. This 28.87 is the shadow. What you have to do is just apply tan theta equal to object upon shadow, that is 50 divided by 28.87. All right. From here, whatever value of theta you get, that will be the answer. Now, this is obviously going to be a tricky calculation. It is 50 divided by 28.87. Now, we can do some approximation. Okay. We can take it as 28.9 or we can take it as 29. So, it is 50 divided by 29. If you simplify, it will come out to be 1.72 approximately. Now, here we have done slight approximation. That is why we are getting this value. This is very close to actually 1.732, which is root 3. And root 3 is equal to tan 60 degree. All right. Now what does it mean? It means in this case theta is very close to 60 degree. Obviously if options were there you could have checked from the options also, but here we are saying that it is approximately equal to 60 degree. Don't worry, you have to find the answer in approximation only. Okay, in the exam when you get a question you will always get some options, so it will be easier from there to check. So in any case we are getting here 1.72 around, right, which is very clearly it is very close to 1.732. So the nearest simple value will be tan 60 degree, and that is theta is equal to 60 degree. So in this case the angle of elevation of the sun is 60 degree, and that's our answer. Okay, now let's go to the next question. It's a direct question again. It says the angle of elevation of the sun is 60 degree. So the sun ray will be with the ground at length or at an angle 60 degree. The length of the shadow of a man who is 180 centimeter tall. So suppose this is the man. So man height is 180 centimeter. This is the man or object, right? Then clearly this shaded thing has to be the shadow. All right. And this angle is 60 degree already given. So we can say tan 60 degree is equal to the object, that is 180 centimeter, divided by the shadow. Now what is the question saying? Find the length of shadow. So from here we can calculate shadow is equal to, now tan 60 degree is equal to root 3. So shadow length will be equal to 180 divided by root 3. Now you have to simplify it. So do one thing. 180 can be written as 60 into 3 divided by root 3. And 3 itself can be written as root 3 into root 3. So 1 root 3 will get cancelled and we will have simply 60 root 3 centimeter. So if the option is given as 60 root 3 meters, write it like this only. Right, so here is your answer. But if suppose the question is asking the answer in decimals, so then you have to take root 3 as 1.732 and you have to multiply. You have to memorize that root 3 is equal to 1.732, root 2 is equal to 1.414. So these two square root values you should directly remember. Okay, so if you open it, you will get 103.92 centimeter. Right, so this is the length of shadow in this question. Let's take up the next question. This is another interesting question. It says 12-meter long ladder leans with a wall. So let's say this is the wall. There must be a ground on which the wall is erected, and there is a ladder. Ladder will always lean like this, right? So this is our ladder. This is the wall. Now at an angle of 30 degree with the wall, right? So this angle 30 degrees with the wall. So ladder with wall, that means this angle is 30 degree. Right? This is where a lot of people make mistake. You have to read the question very carefully. It says very clearly 30 degree with the wall. So this angle is 30 degree. Now the wall is always at 90 degree. One angle is 30 degree. So that means this angle has to be 60 degrees. The third angle has to be 60 degree. Now the question says find the distance of foot of ladder. This is the foot of ladder, right? From the wall. That means this length. Suppose this length is x. Also find the at what height of the wall does the ladder touch. Suppose this is the height h. Alright. Now ladder length is given 12 meters. Now look at this right angle triangle. In this right angle triangle, hypotenuse is already given 12 meter. This is the hypotenuse. Right. Now you can use either 30 degree or 60 degree, or you can directly use the ratio of sides also. Right. So first I'll take up the ratio of sides. Opposite 30 it has to be 1. Opposite 60 it has to be root 3. And opposite 90, that is hypotenuse, has to be 2. Now 2 is given as 12, so 1 will be equal to 6 meter and root 3 will be equal to 6 root 3 meter. So straight away this distance of foot of the ladder from the wall is 6 meters and the height of the wall at which the ladder touches is 6 root 3 meter. That is one way of doing this. Okay, that is the direct method by the ratio of 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Why? Because 30, 60, 90, the ratio of sides is this much only. 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Alright, 1 being opposite 30, root 3 being opposite 60 and 2 being opposite 90. That is hypotenuse. Or what we can also do is we can use sine and cos. Okay, so let's say if I use sine 60 degree. Now 60 degree is this angle. Opposite 60 it is height h and hypotenuse is 12. We also know that sine 60 is root 3 by 2 is equal to h by 12. Now 2 cancels 12 6 times and 6 into root 3. So from here we get h is equal to 6 root 3 meters. If it is necessary, you can put the value of root 3 as 1.732. Alright, so if you do that, it will be 6 into 1.732 and that will be equal to 10.392. Alright. Now this x is involved in the adjacent side. This x is the adjacent side to 60. So let's use cos. So cos 60 degree in this case will be equal to x, that is adjacent side, divided by hypotenuse, that is 12. And we know that cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. So that is equal to x by 12. So 2 cancels 12 6 times. So from here we get x equal to 6 meter. But here, if you remember this ratio 1 is to root 3 is to 2, we had already done it a long time ago. Okay. Now let's take up the next question. This is a very interesting question. A tree cracks at a height of 20 meter from ground. Alright, let's say suppose this was the tree, this is the original height. From the ground at 20 meters, suppose this length is 20 meter. This part of tree cracks and bends. So whatever was this length comes here now. So suppose this was x, this is also x, right? The tree has bent. Okay. So in such a manner that the top of the tree touches the ground at an angle 30 degrees. So this point was the top, then this should come here. Okay. So this point is that top, which was earlier, it was the top, right? And it touches the ground at an angle 30 degree, right? So here this angle is 30 degree. Now this is 30, this is anyways 90 degrees. So this has to be 60 degree. Angles are 30, 60, 90. So ratio of the sides can be taken as 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Now in this case, 1 is corresponding to 20. So root 3 will be corresponding to 20 root 3 meters straight away. All right. And this x will be 2 times 20. So it is 40 meter. Right. Now what was the tree length? The tree length was 20 meter on the bottom and x which was bent. X we have calculated as 40 meter here. So it is 20 meter plus 40 meter, which is equal to 60 meter. Please try and see that you can use the ratio 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Right. Again and again we are trying to say that 1 is opposite 30 degree. Root 3 is opposite 60 degree. And 2 is the hypotenuse. Right. So it's very easy to memorize actually. So here we had the side given opposite to 30. So this was 1 corresponding to 20 meter. So root 3 will be 20 root 3 meter. So this 2, if 1 is 20, then 2 will be 40 meter. Right. So this was the bent part of the tree. This was the original remaining part of the tree. So the total tree must be equal to 20 meter plus x, that is 40 meter, which is 60 meter. Okay. So answer of this question is 60 meter. Now the question is also asking, also find at what distance on ground does the top of the tree touch, that is x, which is 20 root 3 meter. Right. So this distance from on the ground is 20 root 3 meter and the tree length is 60 meter. All right. Now let's take up the next question.